So, the next asset, probably the second most common asset that you see people owning, is some kind of retirement account. We have 401ks, IRAs. My understanding is that these assets don't receive quite as favorable of treatment in New Jersey. Could you touch on that a little bit and how these get counted and how they work?
Yes, retirement accounts are considered countable assets in New Jersey. Now, that's true whether it's the Medicaid recipient's retirement account or the spouse of the Medicaid recipient. Now, my office happens to be about 10 miles from Pennsylvania, where the retirement account of the community spouse is not counted. So one of the strategies people think about if the spouse has a huge retirement account is put that in a nursing home across the river and protect that account.
Right.
So there are other things you can do with the account too. The retirement account of the community spouse is pretty much gone unless you want to cash it in or cash part of it in and spend it or pay the tax and transfer the assets. And depending on the size of the account, that's something that needs to be considered. Now, with the retirement account of the community spouse, you can buy something called a Medicaid compliant annuity. So the rules of a Medicaid compliant annuity is you have to name the state of New Jersey as primary beneficiary on death. The payments have to be actuarially sound, which means you can't stretch them out past the death of the community spouse. So you look at the tables, what's her life expectancy, and then you have to do it at least that fast. So we usually like to do it faster. So if mom has a 15-year life expectancy, why not do a 10-year annuity? So that way there isn't going to be anything payable to the state of New Jersey if mom dies a little sooner than the tables say. On the other hand, you don't want to draw it out too fast because you have to pay tax as it comes out. So what's her health? What do the tables say is one thing, but what's the doctor say is something else.
Yeah. Right.
You have these rules, but you got to tailor them to the individual client. What's their situation? So there are the kinds of things that people typically do with a retirement account. Now, the other thing with retirement accounts is the beneficiary of mom's retirement account is almost always dad, who just went to the nursing home. So if mom dies first, we might as well change it to the nursing home. Yeah. Most people prefer to change it to the kids instead. But the point is, you got to change it.
Yeah, and it sounds like a recurring theme here. Is you can't focus exclusively on the institutionalized spouse. You really need to be looking at this estate plan holistically as a family.
For both, yeah. Yeah.